Yep, after 131 hours and 40 minutes, I 106%ed Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And I've had the game since it launched on October 2nd, 2020. So that means I've taken a lot of breaks. If I knew that it would take this many hours, I could have played the game like 20 minutes a day and still do this, but that's not the case. The last thing I want to do is leave everybody watching this with some tips on how to do it. Just try to minimize pain. I'm sorry if I slur my words throughout because I'm so tired. But here's how you start. From the very beginning, finish the main game. Do not do any of the parallel levels. Get to the end. There you will unlock the triple spin. With that, do all of the split timeline levels, and then you'll have all the inverted stages. I'd recommend playing through each inverted stage once, maybe. However, you have to get all the colored gems, and there's a different rule for each colored gem. Because getting colored gems unlock routes that you need to take to get all the boxes. And with that in mind, fully completing this game comes down to having all the platinum time relics and then having all the insanely perfect relics, which means breaking every box in a level without dying. I don't know if you actually have to get 80% of the Wumpa Fruit as well to get this relic, because I remember getting one with my count below 80%, but all the boxes, and I still got it. So that might just be something that's hard to disprove, because if you're going for all the boxes, you're likely to get 80% anyway. So when trying to divide everything in this game, you have colored gems, then all the platinum time relics, all the flashback tapes, all the platinum box medals for those flashback levels, and then you have, let's see what else, the 3 deaths or less gem, which if you're going for the insanely perfect relic, you're going to get that anyway, along with the 80% Wumpa Fruit gems, and then all the boxes. So an insanely perfect relic is going to get you 5 gems out of the 6, which the last one's going to be a hidden gem. And then you only need to do the insanely perfect relic on either the original level or the inverted version of the level. So you might have like 5 out of 6 and then the hidden gem somewhere else. But then here's the thing. With how well hidden the boxes are in this game, you have yourself an option of actually playing through the inverted stage perfectly instead of the regular stage. Why am I saying this? Because the filter they use in some of these levels can actually make it easier for you to see where the boxes are. I don't like saying that, but it helped me. And not only that, when I got all the gems, 100% completion, this already took a lot of time, I knew that I was going to be getting all the time relics before I get the insanely perfect relics. The main reason, platinum time relics don't give me a 30-second load time every time I have to restart. So Oof. But when I got to the Insanely Perfect Relics, when I got to the final 7 of those, I did something I should have done from the very beginning. I started putting together a completion list where this is my own personal thing, because how you break boxes throughout the level can be different with the nitro and the TNT, like busting stuff for you. But the last levels I played were Rock Blocked, let's see here, Shipping Error, Seeing Double, No Dillo Dallying, Crash Landed, Toxic Tunnels. And Crash Landed was easily the hardest one, for whatever reason. I thought that Toxic Tunnels was going to be above it, but maybe I've gone through it so many times that after finishing Crash Landed, and have you in mind, I played it after they put some type of patch in for the Animal Rain sections, I believe. If I did this much earlier, I think I would have struggled much more. But I started like writing down where the checkpoints, like how many boxes I'd need. I wanted to make sure I had a perfect playthrough, get as many deaths as I desire, just make sure I do have a perfect run of all the boxes first, just so I have a count. I mean, this looks like something a crazy person would do. Maybe I am, but I did. And hey, so, and Cat Icarus had his own bit of giving tips, and I find that very, very helpful as well. But there's something I want to add to that. When I went for the blue colored gem, which is in a level where you have to finish it without breaking a single box, not only did I mute the voices, I turned off the subtitles and muted the music. Because when you play these levels, and so much of this game is playing the same thing over and over and over again, then the only thing that you would really want to hear is just the sound of the hazards and of yourself. The music, the voices, and the subtitles are just distraction. The only exception is if you're playing a level where you know you need an Aku Aku mask to survive, or you're going to get one, then you're going to need the music turned back on so that you will be able to tell when that expires upon getting it. So, with that all said, I know that plenty of people are still going to do this, and I took 131 hours, which a little higher than Gerard the completionist, who took 120, and much higher than Cat Icarus, who took 68, which I'm guessing he was an expert for him to cut down that much time. But nothing compares to some other people who are able to get their completion down to less than 20 hours, which that's like inhuman in my opinion. Props to them. So, the last thing I'll say, watching like a walkthrough on YouTube, I really do feel like is mandatory these days once you're going for the Platinum Time Relics. People might say that the Time Relics are harder than the Insanely Perfect Relics, and I'd say it's a case-by-case basis with these levels. I don't know. But I have not gotten all the time relics, platinum at least, in the previous Crash games except for the racing game, the Naughty Dog original and that remake. Because I'm actually a pretty great racer with that, but with Crash platforming, I think I suck. You might disagree, but maybe I'm just a slow learner with this type of platforming, because we all know it's a formula. Can't fight it. But this is the last I'm doing of Crash's platforming until they do the next game. Which, with how meddling of a company Activision is, it might take us years or never before we get another one. So, if there's anything else that you're curious about with me, ask me in the YouTube comments, because I'll be excited to read them. But for now, I'm just gonna get some sleep. Bye.